Welcome to The Point of View. It's 28 days to election 2020, and from now till election day, we'll be doing a lot of politics. This is your favorite current affairs show on television. Here on The Point of View, we get the right guests. We ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you. We are picking key constituencies for this election, parliamentary ones, and I have two of the very best for you when I come back.
Morning. I just sent you Airtel to go money from my new number. We delivered 2 healthy kids last night. Congrats. Have you heard? Kwesi has
2 kids. Have you heard?
My son has 2 kids.
Abazi.
No. Now your sister almost 7.
Have you heard the news about the missing chicken?
Have you heard? Get free calls and free Airtel Tigo money transfers for 6 months on new Airtel Tigo SIMs. Get a SIM.
Welcome back to The Point of View. So it's an interactive show. If you're watching, please send us your views and your comments and your predictions on our WhatsApp number on the screen. Who's going to win the seat? We'll be discussing. The WhatsApp number is on the screen. So I'm going to do Tamale Central and Madina. And I have the candidates joining me. Now let me tell you a bit about Tamale Central. It used to be a huge constituency. There were two, Shogu Tishigu and Gupegu Sabongida, in 96, and it was evenly split between the two leading political parties. And then in 2004, it became 3 constituencies: Tamale Central, Tamale North, and Tamale South. Incidentally, in the news this evening, we refer to Wayo Seni. He was the Tamale Central MP for NDC. He crossed carpet to MPP. Inusa Fuseni then won the seat in a by-election, and Tamale Central has remained with NDC ever since. Inusa won it twice, and now we have from Nanton, the former Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, Honorable Murtala Ibrahim Mohammed. He's joining me from Tamale. Murtala, great to have you. Good evening.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I can only hear you on my phone. I can't hear you.
Okay, but at least I can see your face. Murtala is doing his thing. Thank you. We also have from the MPP side, so Murtala is the NDC candidate for Tamale Central. We have on the MPP side the Chief Executive Officer of NAPCO, Dr. Anyas. He's also joining us from Tamale via Zoom. Doc, great to have you. Good evening. Okay, so Doc is also there. Then when I'm done, I will move to Madina, and I will be speaking to the NDC candidate for Madina in the person of the Francis Xavier Sosu, lawyer. He's in studio with me. Francis, great to have you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Fantastic. And his opposite number is the MPP candidate. He will join us via Zoom. He is in parliamentary conference. He will join us from Koforidua. So what are your predictions? Let me take you first to Tamale Central to show you quickly what our own reporters found about the dynamics of the constituency.
Dr. Ibrahim Anyara is somebody who wants to walk his talk. He says whatever he promises, he will deliver. He has promised he will give people of Tamale Central the benefit of NAPCO. They are getting it. He is promising again that when he comes to power, if we give him the mandate, the kids at the ages of kindergarten who mostly disturb their mothers when they are going to the market, daycare centers will be established in vantage places. He will pay for the construction of the daycare, and he will pay the teachers as well. Having haven't seen that he is handling his already given work perfectly, I would go in for somebody like that, not somebody who has promised others and he was given the mandate, but he didn't deliver and he was sacked.
2016, I was in a campaign. And we went throughout, and people were even complaining. Even when you go outside the distance and interview people, they will tell you that they are no more, like they will come and say even if they put NDC t-shirts on a stick, they will vote it. People are now wise. They have realized that NDC have done nothing. Since the creation of Tamale Central up to now, NDC has been taking the seats, and they haven't seen anything that they will even boast of. They always look for benches and look for places and put them there. When it is time for elections, then they will come and remove their money, at least 10 cedi, 20 cedi, and give it to them. Now, the youth and even the women are testifying that no, NDC is not doing anything to them. So this year, they are ready to vote for NPP.
It's not common to get a loose candidate still taking care of his people, as Dr. Ibrahim Anyara is doing. With the infrastructure, looking at Tamale, the first time an interchange is coming on, it is live, and I'm sure by the end of December, towards 2021, the people of Tamale, we are going to be enjoying the interchange. You will see that later in the evening, this road, you will see that the whole place will be congested. Look, taking this Abu-Bakar into consideration, you'll be rushing to go home. But if that road is cleared and they mark the interchange, people will always have available means to run faster to do their businesses and other things.
If you go to the tracker of NPP, their delivery tracker, if you come to Tamale Central or Tamale Metropolis, you will be seeing zero, because they have not done anything. They have nothing to show. The gargantuan loans that they have gone for, there is nothing in Tamale Central that you can show. That is what, if it is markets, if it is about schools, if it is about hospitals, if it is about roads, if it is about, human development, they cannot match us in any way. So I don't think anybody in Tamale Central seeing all these things that were done by NDC and the MP will, leave all that and go and vote for NPP. They have been voting for NDC and they trust NDC, and we have done it before. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has done it before. Honorable Ibrahim Murtala has done it before. So if he says he's coming to do it again, there is no way we are going to doubt what they are telling us.
Anyas is not visible in the constituency. Look around. You won't even see his posters. It tells you that he's just a non-starter. You see, they are here and they think that they can make noise on social media, but we know on the ground they are not existing. The people of Tamale Central have made up their minds already because of the excruciating poverty that they are going through. They can't go to the market and buy basic things like foodstuffs. Murtala is coming to Tamale Central from Nantong with a certain track record. When you go to Nantong, he constructed dams that are still functional if you go to the constituency. He empowered women to do small-scale businesses in that constituency. He again constructed Chiefs Compound in the Nantong constituency. He built schools, classroom blocks, several of them.
So that was a report. Clearly, your supporters have been well briefed about the language of politics. Let me start with Dr. Anyas. You have a 17,000 vote gap to breach because Tamale Central is one of NDC's strongholds. Why did you take this task on to run for NPP in Tamale Central?
Thank you very much, Bernard, and good evening to the viewers, and good evening to Tamale Central constituency. So generally, leadership and politics is not for the faint-hearted, and I am not one daunted by any challenge on any scale or extent. I am very sure that for a lot of people who have seen the growth of my prospects since I got involved with the politics of Tamale Central, will attest to the fact that something different has happened to the politics of Tamale. Just going back to what we have witnessed on the screen, the videos that you have played, I think that the claim from the other side, generally, that it doesn't matter the politics of yesteryears, it doesn't matter the fact that if you just put any symbol on even any element, regardless human or non-human, as long as it is a symbol that people are familiar with, they will go for it. Unfortunately, if that is the sort of belief that has sort of encouraged the sort of candidates the NDC tends to present or has presented for the 2020 elections, then there's an interesting day coming on 7th December. Talking about a gap, some elements goes into winning an election. The elements that go into winning an election, if you think about what the books tell us in terms of the science of politics, that you'd need to, for example, try and consolidate the base, which is something that has never been done on the scale that Anyas is doing or has done in Tamale Central constituency. If you look at what goes into winning an election, you'd have to be able to cultivate a lot of people and carry them along with you. And if we see what I have done, regardless of whether it's NDC or NPP or CPP, the constituents of Tamale Central know that this is the very first time a young person has gotten involved with the politics here and prioritizes the people ahead of the politics. And I'm sure that that reflected a lot in the changes in attitudes at the 2016 election, and the current attitudes that we see within Tamale Central proves that a lot has changed. And the final element to look at is there's a lot of conversion from the other side supporting what we do in the New Patriotic Party. As a candidate, I make myself available to people of all sorts, regardless of their politics or their ideology. And I'm sure when it comes to the day, all these elements that go into winning an election will deliver for the New Patriotic Party. And Anyas.
So Anyas, what's your message to the people? What are you telling them?
So I have just given you a context of what sort of politics our colleagues tend to do from the other side. The politics of deception and belief that the NDC has a stronghold within Tamale called Tamale Central constituency, and regardless of whether or not the people get the dividends of politics and the democracy that we practice across the country or not, they will continue to vote for the NDC. That is the thinking. But what I suggest to you is that if you think about what I have suggested all along from 2016, Anyas Ibrahim represents development, which is what the people are yearning for as an urban constituency. The promise that as an early childhood specialist, which is what I have researched to a doctoral level at a reputable university within the United Kingdom, University of Warwick, one of the most distinguished, and I'm sure that Bernard Avle, you're very proud an alumni.
Yeah, that's my school.
Traveled out of this country to studies will attest to the fact that my specialism in early childhood is something that I will put forward for the benefit of the constituency. So in every electoral area of the 18, I promise to build an early childhood center.
Wow.
That is something I'm very passionate about. Number two, there are all manner of risks our young people are exposed to in terms of the transportation to school on the motorbikes. And I say that as an urban member of parliament, I promise to deliver a school bus transport system which will rid our streets of those risks that the children are exposed to. I have promised building an artisanal yard, which is a jobs yard. In the Banley, they say that the person who has ever carried the day is the person who can swear by their father. And what that means is that if Anyas gets elected as the member of parliament, we'll build a jobs yard, and all manner of young persons who have challenges with finding skills development or jobs that are not on the educational, they can get training on the artisan yard and get employed.
Okay.
Promise to do all these things, including the free medical care. One of the key things that I have done, even while not being a member of parliament, over the past 3 years under the leadership of President Akufo-Addo, has been to deliver free medical care at the very doorstep of every constituent.
Okay. All right. Let's pause there.
The fact that under President Akufo-Addo, we've delivered jobs on a scale never before done.
Okay.
And for my constituents, then there is no doubt in my mind that the three elements that I alluded to earlier on would suggest that Anyas is the only candidate in this election who has spoken to the heart of the constituents that he stands for development and this is what he's going to do.
Fair enough.
We have.
Thank you, Dr. Anyas. Let me come to.
We are in the majority at the constituency.
Okay. Let me come to Murtala. So Murtala, what is your message? Because we know you were MP for Nanton before you moved to Tamale Central. What are you telling the people? Why are you asking them to vote for you?
Well, let me say good evening to my brother there. He's my son. He's supposed to be calling me his uncle.
Really?
Unfortunately, he wouldn't do that because his dad.
We are not related. Bernard is not true.
Okay. No, fair enough. Go ahead.
It's interesting when his two brothers were staying with me. That dad traveled, visited, and said I was his kid brother. Maybe perhaps he wasn't around. He can cross-check from his brothers. As to whether we're related or not, or we are related or not, that is left with the judgment of the statement his dad made. But that is just by the way. First and foremost, this is not the first time I'm participating in the elections of Tamale Central. I have been voting in Tamale Central, contested the Tamale Central NDC parliamentary primaries in 2006. I don't think that my brother had fathomed contesting for the position of MP in Tamale Central in 2006. I participated in the primaries again in 2008, and in both contests, I lost to Honorable Yusuf Hussein. So I know Tamale Central too well. I was born and bred in Tamale Central too well, and I have lived my life in Tamale Central more than my colleague has, and that is a fact. I have participated in the primaries 2 times, engaged in the politics of Tamale Central before I moved to Nanton when we lost the Nanton seat. So if there's somebody who has an understanding of the dynamics of Tamale Central, I think I stand tall. In the first place, what I did in Nanton, perhaps in the course of this discussion, I would try to elicit some of the things I did. And I've heard my colleagues who have said that I can't be comparing what I have done in Nanton to what I've done in Tamale. And it is amazing that someone who has an appreciation of politics would want to make such a sweeping statement. Because a lot of the things I did in Nanton constituency are relevant to be done in Tamale Central. When you ask my brother what he has done, he's telling you what he intends to do. I have demonstrated to the people of Tamale Central what I can do for them in the first place. Myself and he all attended University of Ghana. And Bernard, you know me too well. I never finished my papers and spent a day in Accra. Anytime I was writing my final paper, my STC ticket was in my hands. And immediately I finished with the final paper, I go and jump on the available bus and come to Tamale. I taught students in Tamale Central free. You can check from Ganasco, you can check from Tamasco, you can check from Bisco, you can check from Nobiscora. There is a school called Nobiscora, Zegbeli. You can check from EP, and EP is a school just directly opposite the calendar park, free of charge. At a time when I never thought that I would be contesting for any elections in Tamale Central, I started contributing my quota towards building the human capacity of the people of Tamale Central by teaching them free. That is one. 2, when I was in NYEP, it is very clear that I engaged a lot of people in Tamale Central and NYEP, including NPP activists, some of whom are even participating in campaigning for the NPP today. Now, in Tamale Central currently, I am digging 5 mechanized boreholes. 5, yes. That is not the money from any government kitty. Go to a place called Chiang Mai in Sambani, there's a borehole there. Go to Sabungila, there's one there. Go to Balkuranole, Old Cemetery, there's one there. Go to Tuhanayele, there is one there. Mind you, I'm not in government. As I talked to you before coronavirus started, I engaged in free extra classes for SHS students in Tamale Central. We're having one at Sakasaka DSS, we're having one at Kuntulu School, and we're having one at Nobiscora. I engaged the teachers. I was the one paying them every month. So I am not talking about what I intend to do. As a matter of fact, I'm talking about what I have done already. So that is the crass difference between myself and my brother. If you say that we are not related, at least we are almost. But
Murtala, you are not making reference to your predecessor's record. That's Inu Safuseni. Is there a reason for this?
There is absolutely no reason. I thought that the contest is between myself and Anyas. the contest is not between Honorable Yusuf Hussein and Anyas. So if you have asked me what my plans are, Bernard, I don't think that you expect me to be talking about what is very clear what Honorable Yusuf Hussein has done. It is very, very clear. Look, the difference between myself and Anyas is that he doesn't accept defeat. He's intolerant.
Oh, Lord.
I'm giving a classical example. In 2006, myself and he all participated in the elections in 2016. I contested in Nanton constituency as the incumbent MP. He contested in Tamale Central. I lost to the NPP candidate by a margin of a little over 700 votes. I didn't want to plunge Nanton constituency into chaos and anarchy. I knew that I didn't win the elections. And if you read in the Quran, there is a chapter called Surah Al-Imran. Allah says that كُلِّ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكُ الْمُلْكِ تُعْطِي الْمُلْكَ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتَنْزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مِمَّنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُعِزُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ بِيَدِكَ الْخَيْرُ إِنَّكَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Allah says that is the king of all kings. He controls rulership and leadership. He chooses leaders even in the kingdom of animals. Before they choose leaders, Allah says in the Quran that he does. So when I lost the elections in 2006, I knew that it was Allah who didn't give me. Because when Allah wanted me to win in 2012, I won. I packed my bag and baggage, left Nanton, congratulated my nephew who won. Asked the gentleman sitting here. He lost to Honorable Yusuf Hussein, not 700, over 13,000. He refused to concede defeat. His party demanded he concede defeat. He refused to concede defeat. In fact, he refused to sign. As we sit today, he has still not congratulated Honorable Yusuf Hussein for whipping him in the election. In fact, that was not the only thing. He got boys, they shotguns and bent ballot boxes.
Wow. Now it was okay, Murtala. I think now you are going into allegations.
I know.
I'm telling you the trust difference.
Okay, Murtala, I think he deserves the right of reply. So it's
but I listened to him.
I need to put this straight.
Bernard, I have just told you.
Lord.
I have just told you he's intolerant.
No, but Murtala, I think you need to allow him to respond to this. You've made specific allegations. Yes.
Any recorded incidents of violence, of gunshots, I'm sure that you were so vanquished at Nanton, you didn't actually pay attention to what happened in Tamale Central constituency. The Electoral Commission chair for 2016 election excluded Tamale Central from the tally because of inaccuracies and challenges with the collation of the results for 3 nights, and on Friday night declared His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Tamale Central was one of the constituencies, one of 8 constituencies, if I remember very well, that never got declared at any collation center. That is for the record. Nothing to do with Ibrahim Anyara.
Can I make my points?
On record.
Murtala, you are not on the floor. He's reacting to your allegation. You made an allegation about him. He has to respond.
You can tell those tales to people who don't follow events. And I'm very sure that the point I made about the politics of deception, Bernard, why don't you ask Honorable Murtala, why is he running away from his record in Nanton? If the people loved him so much for all the development works that he proves that he has done, Nanton constituency still exists. Why is he not talking about his record?
Bernard, he wants me to answer that question.
The call for a debate between Murtala and Anyas is a non-starter. The record I have is in Tamale Central constituency. You have a record at the Nanton constituency, which everyone recognizes. For a young person to have won an election, to hold 11,000 people for 4 years and lose all of that within 4 years as a young person, to come to a constituency that has a voter roll of over 88,000 people and make the sort of false claims that you make about the sort of character and record that you hold in a constituency where you have been a member of parliament. And in fact, I don't dwell on allegations, but I'm very sure that when the day is here, in the Burnley they say that if you're hungry and then you bloat your stomach and pretend that everything is well, I am sure that it's a matter of time that you'll feel the effects or the pangs of hunger.
Final reaction from Murtala, yes.
Bernard, in the first place,
to get him to withdraw that allegation, because it never happened. And don't dwell on falsehood in Tamale Central any longer. I'm sure that he will past.
Bernard, in the first place, I just told you he's intolerant.
No, Murtala, no, you can't finish.
Can I finish?
Murtala, I won't allow you to call people names. Just stick to the issues. Stop calling somebody intolerant. Just deal with the issues.
He was given the opportunity to speak.
Yes, but Murtala, you don't have an.
Can I finish?
No, you can't. You don't have an unbridled. Let me explain. You don't have an unbridled space to say anything you want. I'm saying that you will not call people names on this program. So deal with the issues on why they should vote for you and stop calling somebody another name. That's what I'm saying to you.
Bernard, I haven't called him any name.
You say he's intolerant.
Bernard, I am telling you the crass difference. Because these are two candidates you put on your program. And you want the people of Tamale to choose between these two candidates. And
just told
Anyas, please keep quiet.
A lie. You just told a lie.
Dr. Anyas, please keep quiet.
He's proven me right.
Dr. Anyas, please relax.
No, we told a lie.
There you go. Bernard, I am challenging City TV.
Yes.
To go and find out. I am challenging your TV whether indeed gunshot.
Actually, you just told a lie. Can you withdraw that? That's a lie.
Will you tell me? Bernard, I am challenging City TV to go and find out and shame me or shame him.
It's a lie. You just told a lie on national television.
Have the temperament to listen to me. I listen to you. Have the patience to listen to me. The people of Tamale Central are listening. When I listen to you, you spoke. Please, if you respect me, respect the viewing public. I listen to you.
No,
I'm saying that.
Oh, there you go. National television. Can you withdraw that? Can you be honest and honorable?
Bernard, I am telling you.
But Murtala.
Bernard, can I finish?
Yeah, I'm coming. But to the extent that you are saying that something happened, and within the confines of this program, we cannot prove it, I think you should just withdraw it and let's move on.
I won't. Bernard, there is nothing to withdraw. I have just told you. Go and do your independent investigation.
But you can't allege. No, but you are not the one. Murtala, you can't give me an assignment on national TV. You are making an allegation on TV. I'm sitting here with you live. How can I confirm that?
And this is a fact. This is something that happened. And I am flabbergasted.
Okay, do you have any video evidence, any publication? Is there any record of this anywhere?
Then I cross-check even from journalism. It happened. It happened. It happened.
No, but hello, gentlemen. The rules of engagement is that you are a parliamentarian before. You can't come on a platform and make an allegation for which you can't.
I'm not making an allegation. I'm making a statement of fact.
Yeah, but only you are making a statement. You don't have any evidence of the fact that you are making. So if you are making,
you know what culture said. Culture said there are three sides to every story: your side, my side, and the truth. And that is why I'm saying you have your correspondence.
Yeah, but not on national, not on live, Murtala, not on live national television. If you were in Parliament and made an allegation, they would have asked you to supply proof or withdraw. So you can't come on this platform and make an allegation and not provide any evidence and say that culture says something.
I'm saying that this is a recorded fact.
In which document?
In Tamale Central at the Coalition Center.
So how do we verify it?
Gunshot happened. No, it happened.
But how do I verify it? Where do I go and verify it? Which document? Which record?
Look, my integrity and his integrity is online. People are watching.
But Murtala, you see, the rules for this show is that our integrity means you can't make an allegation without supplying proof. So if you don't have the proof here, just move on.
I have just told you, Bernard, the proof. Find out it happened, whether it didn't happen.
No, we don't accept that.
You're asking me of the proof.
No, I won't accept that. I won't accept that.
And he knows that he's not being truthful. But in any case, Bernard, I have just told you the things I did. Now, I am shocked that he's telling me that in Nantong, that I won with a margin of 11,000. That's what he said. Or a population of 11. That is factually not true. That is a lie. 2, I am shocked that he's saying that in Nantong constituency, which is smaller, if someone has an appreciation of politics, the United Kingdom population is not anywhere near the population of India. It is nowhere near the population of Bangladesh. Tell me, Bernard, managing a country such as United Kingdom, isn't it more complex and more difficult for someone to say, because Nantong constituency is smaller, and therefore
Murtala, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Anyas. I want to wish both of you well. We are doing 2 constituencies today. I wish you both well sincerely. Have a good campaign, and hopefully we'll speak to the winner after December 7. So Dr. Anyas, NPP Parliamentary candidate for Tamale Central, Ibrahim Murtala, MDC Parliamentary candidate. When we come back, we're moving to Madina, and I have in studio the NDC candidate. I'll be joined by the NPP candidate on set. This is the city point of view. Stay with us.
Since 2017, a new dawn is breaking in Ghana. The NPP is building the foundations for growth and transformation. We are curbing unemployment with new and decent jobs.
Thanks to Nana, I've got a new job through NAPCO. That is why I'm voting for him as the MPP.
The promise of free SHS is now a reality.
Through education, I have a brighter future. That's why I'm voting for Nana and the NPP.
The future of our country is in the hands of a competent leader, a man you can trust.
I trust Nana.
This December, let's protect our progress. Let's give Nana 4 more to do more for you.
2020, 4 more for Nana. 2020, 2020, yes, for Nana.
Hello, sweetheart. Tell me whatever you want. I will take you to Melcom and buy for you.
Oh, you are so late, Masa. I also received the SMS and I'm even planning going shopping now. So if you are ready, let's go, baby.
Melcom is back again with the hot Black Friday deals in this month of November.
Yeah! Shop at Melcom for your hot Black Friday deals every day in the month of November.
Ranging from supermarkets,
household,
furniture,
groceries,
electronics. In fact, there are thousands of these hot deals in any Melcom shop nationwide.
Melcom Black Friday. It's simply unbeatable.
But remember,
terms and conditions apply.
Melcom,
where Ghana shops.
In Ghana, the law enjoins all drivers and passengers in a moving vehicle to wear a seatbelt. No excuse is good enough for not wearing a seatbelt. Seatbelts that are fitted in vehicles are adjustable, so please adjust it to suit you. Let it rest as close as possible to the body. As a driver, before you drive off, ensure everyone else, especially children in the vehicle, have fastened their seatbelts. The airbag is not an alternative to a seatbelt, because in the event of a crash, only the fastened seatbelt will stop a passenger from being thrown far forward. So buckle up. Stop road crashes now. Stay alive.
This road safety education is brought to you by the National Road Safety Authority.
Welcome back to the point of view. So we are moving to the Madina constituency. We just need to say that the way this goes is that we will not allow people to make allegations that cannot be proven. Of course, in the course of a conversation in a Zoom format, it's not very easy to cut off somebody who makes an allegation without providing proof. I asked Murtala to provide the proof, he did not. And I asked him to withdraw, he did not. So we apologize for that. But let's come to Madina now. So Madina has been interesting. Madina in '96 was called the Gan North constituency. At the time, it had Madina, Abokobi, and Domekwabinya. And the NPP's S.O. Daku won that seat. In 2000, S.O. Daku retained the seat for the NPP. It was split into Abokobi, Madina, and Domekwabinya in 2004. NDC Amadu Sorogo won the seat, and he retained the seat in 2008 and 2012. I'm going to show you a quick report on Madina. When I come back, Xavier Sosu, lawyer, is in studio. We'll talk to him. We'll talk to the NPP's candidates. Stay with us.
The Madina constituency can be best described as a cosmopolitan one, as it comprises of people from different ethnic groups, religions, social classes, and ages. The constituency can also be described as a business hub due to the number of economic activities that go on there, such as the Madina market, transport stations, schools, churches, and various businesses spread around. The constituency also houses the Institute of Local Government. With a population of over 137,000 people as of 2012, the number of registered voters per data from the Electoral Commission was 116,361 as of 2016. It also forms the 5th largest voting constituency. The constituency has been in the bosom of the NDC under the leadership of Alhaji Abu-Bakar Sorogo since 2004 until 2016, when Abu-Bakar Saddique Boniface of the NPP snatched the seat with 8,633 votes. This some attributed to the complacency of Sorogo.
Last 4 years, no one says so. No, I'm not so sad. Now, Punto Biama, the Betua Bana. So I know M1 in there to my Boniface.
For years now, a number of prominent issues have been a challenge in the vibrant constituency, some of which are bad roads and poor infrastructure. Drivers share mixed reactions as to who performed better.
Last 8 years, in this war, I was Asana yes by ama NPP bem. And NPP by no so no. Your first year, second year. And they do baby no na this year slow mum, but they be pick up. Honorable Boniface, first na your problems in Kitikiti. Oh, Usha yes over station say na. No problem, baby I run you know. Uko UN Washington. Then na road no very rough. But they say I can say Uko UN asphalt, Ecosien, Ezio Quanosono asphalt, Uko Washington side, Nina no gates, which was the government no air to record, and in Yama Yaman, yet the Niso, and then so. Who compare Sorogo, any Boniface? Difference Cassia or Multim. Then to the Mikasa, because Sorogo, also Bibia, your youth no crap, your corner or your man, or my Boniface, what you call no crap if you want to know of you. So I say, who your MP, who Xavier, and then I say, who. So I say, I just say, Bibia, piano. I say, Yenda Una obey the whoever says, then I cost oh, your bravo, then the epi. Oh, your bravo. When you know your Kosogo on the Yamaya. So what I say, a one way asphalt up to Atomic Junction. So go time on the just imagine 3 weeks, 3 months to election. I feel no say Osha asphalt Yamaya. 3 months to election. I feel no asphalt Yamaya. It was Zongo, Oko you and Oyamaya. A quan to Sorogo ne. Almost 3 years in here. My papa Bia Boniface Yamaya. Boniface there. I say you're through Crackwana, so Sumbra and Yasha and so Susubu, a bet me Ayamaya.
Another issue that continually dents the image of Madina is the increasing rate of unemployment and lack of formal education amongst the youth, who form the largest population of the constituency. This has often given rise to all kinds of social vices, like pickpocketing, armed robbery, prostitution, among others. This Ruby Nutrako, an unemployed youth, said would influence who she votes for in the 2020 elections.
More youth than the elderly ones, and let me say not up to 50% of youth in Madina are schooling. Some are doing their normal jobs, maybe the mason, whatever, but majority of them are, let me say, the weed smokers, let me put it, yes. He has done some, but not up to maybe 80%, because unemployment is still at the peak, it's still high and people are still struggling. And though he has done, but it's not up to perfection, it's not up to satisfaction. Yes. See, comparing the current
so those were some views from Madina. In studio is lawyer Xavier Sosu. Francis, great to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here too.
So it looks like the NPP has finally taken this seat from the NDC, because from the record we have, it was decidedly NDC constituency for 3 terms, and then Boniface came, won both presidential and parliamentary for the NPP. What's your message to the Madina people?
First of all, I want to say a very good evening to the people of Madina, especially Baba Saddique, and my regards to the Chief of Zongo and then Chief Dagadu, my constituency chairman, and all the team that are working very hard for our work. Honorable Amadou Sorogo, wherever you are, I'm greeting you, special greetings, and Honorable Franklin Anku, our former Chief Executive. I must say that the message is straightforward, because during our listening tour, it became very evident that two major things are lacking in Madina. The human development challenges that we have, as well as the physical development challenges that we have. And then I realized also that not much attention has been given to human development. For example, at the municipal level or at the MP's level, there is no one single major project that is aimed at either creating job opportunities for people or at least giving people career guidance into what they may want to do. So I propose to establish career centers in all the 15 electoral areas in Madina. Now, these career centers are going to do two things. It's going to be an employment agency in which people who may be seeking for formal jobs can actually apply for free, and we have people there who are scouting for jobs and can match them to their skills. And then we have the second category, who are people who are looking for jobs in informal sectors, or people who are school dropouts who would also get an opportunity to be trained in employable skills. And so that's one of the major things I seek to do, because I realize that youth unemployment is very key on the agenda. Then quite apart from that, also in building human capital, I realize sport is also a key factor in Madina. A lot of our young boys love soccer. And so I propose to at least identify one park in each of those electoral areas and develop those parks and make sure that our boys can play in comfort and develop their talent, and possibly also establish what I call an annual tournament that would lead to building up, capacity and skill for
These are 15 electoral areas.
That is so. Yeah, that is so. And
so one job center in each electoral area, one park in each area.
Yeah.
How are you going to get the money? 15 parks?
Well, parks, we're talking about developing a park is not such a very big deal. You have a lot of partners out there who are into soccer that you can develop them, green a park and make sure that you don't fence it and make sure it's a cool place for young guys to play. It's possible. And then quite apart from that, in education also, I realized that Madina, prior to 2016, or in 2016 before NDC lost power, was rated by the UNICEF and then the CDD as the first most vibrant municipal assembly. They do the assembly rankings annually. And the indices that are used, we have education, sanitation, security, as part of the benchmark in seeing whether a constituency is doing well or not doing well. And as of 2016, Madina was first. Today, Madina is the 13th because we've dropped to the 13th position. And the reason is that the kind of attention that was being paid to even basic education under the former administration, we are not paying the same attention. For example, we used to have free vacation classes. Now it doesn't exist. We used to have teachers award scheme. It doesn't exist, and these are
under the previous assembly or the previous MP.
Previous MP.
Amadou Sorogo.
Yes, he had those projects ongoing, and so these are some of the things that I'm seeking to reintroduce so that we can build up capacity in the schools. As we speak today, a lot of the public schools are still having blackboards and chalk as a means of instructions. These are things I intend changing within the first year of my administration and making sure that we can replace all these boards.
But is it fair to compare when Amadou Sorogo had 12 years?
Well, I'm talking about just the 4 years. It would, if I would do any comparison, most of the things I may make reference to maybe things that happened within the last 4 years.
But I had 8 years to build on that before the last 4.
Well,
Boniface has been in office for just 3 years.
So it's not really a comparison of Amadou Sorogo and Boniface, because in actual fact, when you come to even development within the immediate community, it is a work of the assembly, and we all know that. And it is what budgetary allocations are available to assembly for them to execute the mandate of developing the the municipal assembly, that is key. What happens is that you have a member of parliament that is providing leadership, because the member of parliament is a member of the assembly. So the leadership he provides is what leads to all this kind of development that we're talking about. So your role as a member of parliament is very key in these things. And so these are the things that I am proposing to do in Madina. And quite apart from that, we have social intervention projects that I'm proposing. I know many people who might have connected with my story knows about how I grew up on the street, becoming and going through that through school and becoming a lawyer. And I feel that story inspires hope in many people who may not even love to go to school. So I become an inspiration to a lot of young people who I want to support in that direction. As we speak now, there are a number of them who I'm supporting in scholarship through my educational outreach. And these are things that I want to build upon if I become a member of parliament. And quite apart from that also, Bernard, I know that we all understand that the work of parliamentarians, the key is legislation, making laws. Now, making laws, I believe everyone coming to parliament must come with some set of values that advance our democracy and advances the kind of laws that we make in parliament. It is in what I call quality and effective parliamentary representation. For the past 10 years as a human rights lawyer, and who have actually championed a lot of human rights cases in Ghana, Bernard, I can tell you without any shred of doubt that when we come to victim protection laws in this country, it is almost non-existent. The latest case I did was a case of a young lady who was 12 years old, who was defiled by 2 married men. Now, one of them got her impregnated. And it was a pastor that called me and said, Francis, this is a case we have and people want to compromise the case, so if you can come and assist the victim.
Did this happen in Madina?
Not in this very one didn't happen in Madina.
Okay.
I went there to the aid of the victim, stood in and made sure that these 2 guys were jailed for 20 years. Then after the jail term, then we realized that there is nothing left for the child. She's now 13 and has a baby. Her mother also have a baby. So what then becomes of this little child? I have to champion a cause of getting the little child adopted through social welfare and make sure that she gets back to school. And as I talk to you now, she's in the final year doing BECE. But the question is that how many of these victims can I support as an individual? Recently, there was a case I did all the way to the Supreme Court, Eric Asante, who was convicted and jailed for defilement. At the Supreme Court, it turned out that Eric was innocent. But at the time he was pronounced innocent, Eric had already served 15 years in prison, in hard labor.
Okay.
We went back to Supreme Court for compensation. What was he given? 40,000 Ghana cedis.
I'll take a short break.
Because we don't have victim support and victim protection laws.
I'll take a short break. When I come back, I'll speak to your opposite number who's joining us. He's doing parliamentary work. He's in Kufuridi as we speak. This is the point of view. We're talking Madina now. Boniface Abu-Bakar Saddique, former Minister for Zongo Development and Inner Cities, is the NPP candidate. He's joining us shortly.
During tough times, we need a competent leader we can trust to keep us all safe.
Nana gave me free water when I needed it most to keep me clean and safe from COVID-19.
Nana gave me lower cost of internet during COVID-19 to operate my small business from home.
Nana told us to trust him to keep our children safe from COVID-19 when we sent them back to school. Nana was right.
Nana gave me free electricity in my hour of need during COVID-19.
Nana told us to trust him to keep Ghana safe from COVID-19.
Nivea Men Deep Antiperspirant with the power of black carbon formula. 48-hour protection from sweat and bacteria. for a deep, clean feeling that lasts. New Nivea Men Deep Antiperspirant. Nivea Men. It starts with you. Official sponsor of Real Madrid.
Ades,
yes.
No NDC for manifesto. A mu pipa pa na wo wayano.
Ai, makai. Na de ya mititru wo mu ni chempe no. Yera mama say oba school pon a universities polytechnic ni nursing school na fees no. O chem mienu na wafa ba ko.
Na de me de kra pon say busia ye de ma school for no. Yera Mohammed say obetum no wetia in terms of.
Sir, na what in so say Yera mama say oba eye ekitafo wo say school fo nya ansa no madi busia de atua fees no. We twemu ana.
We yen hihye papa. Na de kume kra ne student loan plus scheme no. Irajo Mohammed say o de be babiam. San hihye be bo school for o menya akwenya wo school mo. Mo metu mo school fees in them. Answer school crash ase.
Yirajo mama when so adi hu pa. On the 7th December, me to ma ba ma number 2. Oh, ballot paper so. Any challenger.
No challenger. Ades, ye to abana ko he.
Ye to ababa chempe.
Juma Mahama ni NDC ama ejuma ni inkoso aba ama ye nyina.
Welcome back to The Point of View. Today is a double header. We started with Tamale Central. Now we are in Madina. My guest in studio is the lawyer Sosu for NDC. On the line from Koforidia, although he is the NDC, is the MPP MP for Madina. He's at a parliamentary conference in Koforidia. Honorable Boniface, Abu-Bakar Saddique. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, how are you, and what are your chances in Madina this time? We are struggling with his line. We apologize for that. We've been trying to put him on the whole time. It's been quite difficult. Boniface, if you can hear us, can you kindly relocate yourself? We're having a challenge hearing you. No, this is not. It's not working. We are not hearing him.
Hello, Bernard.
Yes, it's better now. Go ahead.
Yes, I said my mission is to consolidate the seat. I came with a mission, and the mission has various variables. I said, in coming, I'm going to secure and ensure that there's peace and security in Madina. Again, to enhance education in Madina, to bring in more infrastructure, health, water and sanitation, social intervention, which employment is inclusive. In fact, since I came to Madina, there has been improvement in education. First of all, I've been able to secure accommodation for the Municipal Director of Education because they don't have accommodation permanently made for their directors. I have also, anytime they're going for their final exams, mock exams are conducted, and this is often sponsored by me. Their vehicles have broken down, I fix them for them. I have secured scholarship, I've paid fees for more than 500 students in Madina to tertiary institutions, and it's on record. Electricity for number 3 school, and then I have provided cement various schools with the advantage of the free SHS. I've been able to secure many schools for Madina. Umar bin Khattab, often called UBH, for 12 years, the people were struggling to a school for their kids. One classroom has 90 students in one class. Because of that, they started a shifting system. Now I've secured through GET funds a 12-unit classroom. When you go to Madina Zongo today, they have finished with the down floor. They are going to the first floor. That is Umar bin Khattab. If you go to Baba Yara, I have secured 6-unit classroom for them. You go to Tema, 6-unit classroom. You go to Adi Mensa, 3-unit classroom. This is under education. You go to Kwema, 6-unit classroom. You ask the leaders, the chiefs of Kwema, they will confirm. Just last 2 weeks, I gave them 10,000 Ghana cedis to secure furniture for the entire school. You go to Damfa, we've put up a teacher's bungalow for them. We've also put up a 3-unit classroom for the TDMA. And then in Damfa, 3-unit classroom for Aisha Bintu in Damfa. When you come to Prefect, we've put up a 12-unit classroom. It was commissioned by His Excellency the President some 3 weeks ago. We have also built a 6-unit classroom for Prefect. So Bernard, under education, you realize that I've also secured 3 people to get to China to do their masters. There's a gentleman also, I secured a place for him in Jimpa to do masters. Currently, he is the regional accountant for judicial service. Yes.
What about job creation? Yeah. Some of the constituents are talking about unemployment. What about unemployment?
If you get to know, last year, WAC and Prefect were people who went for this national math and science quiz. WAC came first runners up. Prefect did not get a position. I awarded them by giving them cash to their teachers to secure good books and teach them well. This year, Prefect has secured the first position. So you can see what are doing under education. In terms of education.
So what is your what are you telling Madina people? What's your message? Yes, I'm saying what's your message to Madina people? Despite all their achievements, some of them are saying they don't have work to do. So what's your message?
To the Madina people, first of all, let me tell you that I came with a vision, and so I'm going to consolidate that vision. 2, to enhance more infrastructure, because today if you go to Madina, more roads are being constructed, more drains are being constructed, storm drains. In the history of Madina, they have never had even a single storm drain. Today, as I speak to you, I have secured 8 storm drains for Madina.
Okay.
Maya Hot, North Legon, Libya Cortes, Reed, Adenta West. Then you go to Rehoboth, where Ghana flag is.
Thank you very much.
8. And then apart from that, what I want to tell you is that more roads have been constructed. Asphalt roads, North Legon, Washington Road, UN, Rural, UBH Road. And we are doing, what you call it, Mother Yunus, Mother Tegadish Road. Then you have...
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I wish you well. Good luck to you. Congrats. Thank you to Francis Xavier. I'm sure we'll have a chance to do this again, probably a proper debate at some point.
I think so, but I wanted to respond briefly to some of the...
No, you can't respond. You just have to greet Madina people and go. You can't respond. So just greet the greeter.
All right, so the people of Madina, I just want you to know that, Lawyer Sosu will do much, much better. Because when you look at the NDC record in Madina, it is a superior record.
Okay.
And so... gives Sosu a chance for a difference.
The people of Madina will decide. Thank you very much, Lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu and Honorable Boniface Abu-Bakar Saddique. Earlier on, we had Honorable Murtala Ibrahim Mohammed and Dr. Ibrahim Anyara for Tamale Central. Thank you for watching. We'll be with you next time with more as election 2020 draws nearer. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
The point of view